No sé, ¿eh? Creo que quedan secundarias por hacer un puñado. Creo que quedan secundarias por hacer un puñado. Pero bueno. Bienvenidos, gente, bienvenidos un día más, un stream más por aquí, bienvenidos. Muy agradecido de que estéis por aquí. En otro directito más de este Final Fantasy XVI. Con nuestro amigo Clive. Y... a ver qué pasa porque hay escorias por hacer, hay secundarias por hacer, chicos, y la misión principal, de vuelta a su origen, habla con Otto. Así que... encantado de la vida de que estéis aquí, como siempre, y vamos a ver qué pasa. De momento, de entrada, vamos a hablar con Otto. Esa va a ser la entrada.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck then.
Vale. Parece el final, pero yo creo que hay cosas por hacer todavía.
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Now the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Variscian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day. Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface,
mola porque estamos todos aquí reunidos,
corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archaea above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us, Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Date una vuelta y haz secundarias. ¿Qué te apuestas? Es date una vuelta, no descanses y haz secundarias. Ya verás. Oh, habla con Joshua, a ver. No, de momento no, parece. Buah, a ver, Silver, es un juegazo, o sea, para mí, o sea, llegado a este punto puedo decir que es un juegazo, Las secundarias, muchas de ellas son un palazo, dan mucha pereza hacerlas. Y le da, o sea, el doble de horas al juego. Claro, las secundarias le da el doble de horas al juego. Habla con Joshua. Y quiero mirar que quedan escorias por hacer.
Allow me to educate you.
También. Sí. Totalmente de acuerdo. No solo las secundarias. Hay lo que tú dices. Hay muchas principales de eso. Habla con Blackthorn. Habla con Caron. Habla con Blackthorn. Habla con Mead. Vuelve a hablar con Blackthorn. Sí. Habla con el viejo de aquí de al lado. Habla con su tía. Habla... Sí, eso es muy... Eso sobra. Muchas de esas cosas para mí sobraría. Pero bueno, muchos juegos son así hoy en día.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be, but a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
Sí, sí. Tal cual. Hombre, la guarida es ese sitio de esperanza.
All right. I yield. But only what you must. Yes. I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wing?
Ah, también.
Lest you
También.
forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
Sí,
It is.
sí, así es.
But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Como Benedicta.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
Vale.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Habla con Jill. Habla con Jill.
Say your farewells, and let us be gone.
Bueno, ¿hay secundarias? Qué raro. Ya vendrá ya. Vamos a hablar con Jill. Está allá arriba, Jill. A ver, aquí.
Clive. Go on then.
Tenemos...
Is that all?
Vale. Está en el camarote, tío. Bueno, Jill. Parece que el final se acerca, se va acercando. Lentamente, pero se acerca.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Well, I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
Eso espero. Que volvamos vivos. ¡Hombre! ¡Hombre! No podía faltar. Cabos sueltos, dice. ¡Venga! Ya verás. Ah, bien, bien. Bien. Veo que hay pocas secundarias. Veo que hay pocas secundarias. ¿Por dónde empiezo? Vamos a empezar por esta mismo. Ay, son dos, qué bien. A Torgal le vuelve a pasar algo. Vale. Sí, sí, ya me lo temía. Con lo que tú me dijiste, ya me lo temía. Poquitas secundarias para atar cabos. Bueno, gente, pues vamos a ello. Vamos a ir haciendo. No tiene más. No tiene más, vamos a ir haciendo. Pero las quiero hacer. O sea, llegados a este punto, las quiero hacer todas las que pueda. Vale, Torgal.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What's wrong, boy?
A preparar el almuerzo.
Heartache, like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, "You want my iron gone? You find what it is you're looking for." I reckon what you're looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
A ver a dónde nos lleva.
Where to then, Torgal?
Sigue a Torgal.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years.
Ahí.
The port is older than.
Ahí quiere.
Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Al embarcadero de Puerto Isolda. Vale, ahí nos dan la principal. Venga, más secundarias no podían haber. Puerto Isolda, aquí. Vale. Pues vamos para allá. Vale. Está cerca. Embarcar.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious. This place hasn't changed at all.
Nebula.
Right through those trees. Come on.
Es un sitio nuevo. Es un sitio nuevo. Flipa. Yo que pensaba que estaba todo visto.
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Hostia, qué guay. Era un cachorro.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting.
Qué bonito era. Bueno, yes. Pero de cachorro, qué bonito era.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
¿Quiere enseñarnos algo más?
Right. I'm coming.
Mira, ¿qué te olvidas? Si te piras, te olvidas cosas. Vale.
I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Vale. Una misión más, una misión menos. Espada de madera. Ah, mira, en el camarote de Clive. Incrementa el ataque de Torgal. Bueno. Bien. Es nada, en realidad. Es nada, es un trozo ahí. Vale. Si no os importa, como tengo aquí anotado, en Crésida parece que tenemos una escoria. Así que voy a ir aquí, a Ispul. Parece la manera más sencilla de ir. Y vamos a ir aprovechando la cosa. Ya sabéis, pa' aquí, pa' allá, pa' aquí, pa' allá. Vale, aquí podemos llamar a Ambrosia. Iremos más rápido. Y derecha. Vale, hasta luego. Voy a intentar ir sin prisa, pero lo más rápido posible. Para ir haciendo todas estas cositas que nos faltan. Pero sin prisa, también, ya os digo que... Izquierda. Parece que por aquí. ¿Hasta aquí llegas? Madre. En teoría, creo que aquí hay uno Hay una escoria. En teoría. Vamos a probar. Como no sea el tío ese. Pues parece que no. Puede ser que lo haya hecho ya. Vamos. O por aquí. El Lost Wing. Parece que aquí pues lo miraré. Hay un cofre. Ya no lo sé. No estoy seguro. Yo me apunté aquí unas cuantas mientras leía el tablón. Aquí hay uno. Aquí hay uno. ¿Ves? Yo me anoté en Crésida. Vale. Y me parece que es de los tochos. Sí. Clase S. Pues es uno de los que tenía aquí apuntados. Vale. ¡Vamos! 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 No. No, no. Vamos. Vamos. Vale. Caíste. Recibe el rayo de mi amigo. Hala, vete a tu pueblo. Vete a tu pueblín. Mira, auricalco. Me hacía falta auricalco. Para algo me hacía falta. Vale, genial. 2 cosas por el precio de una. Malabruma y Vidalgreas también habían, pero esto no está aquí. No. Así que lo que vamos a hacer es volver a la guarida. Vamos a volver a la guarida. Y había otra misión en el camarote. Había la de Torgal y había otra. Vale, tenemos otro más. La espada, vale. Vale, esta ya está. Ando buscando algo. De Vivian. Vamos allá.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Vivian. Y de paso consultamos el panel. Hoy va a ir así un poco la cosa, ya os digo, ¿eh? O sea, veo mucha secundaria, mucha cosa que hacer de este tipo, o sea, mucho ir y venir. Mucho ir y venir. Así que voy a seguir un orden. Intentar seguir un orden. Quiero ver aquí en el panel ¿qué nos quedaría? Este tipejo en isla 2 de momento. Y la calamidad alada. De momento 2. Vale, pues nada. Sigamos. A ver, Vivian.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Sí, hombre, sí.
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Vale. Habla con el viejete.
There's something about it.
Oh, tendría que comprar pociones.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out.
Tenía algo que preguntar.
Clive.
Sobre la batalla final. ¿Has venido a despedirte?
Robin.
Pues buen viaje, pero no tardes en volver o voy yo a buscarte allá arriba y te traigo a rastras.
Thank you, Karen.
¿No te lo habrás tomado en serio? Es que es solo un decir, alma de cántaro. Mira, te lo digo con otras palabras. Como te mueras, te mato. ¿Te enteras? Perderte no sería bueno para el negocio. Vas a matar a un dios, sí, y has logrado todo lo que te has propuesto hasta ahora. Esta vez no va a ser diferente. Muy bien.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Y Blackthorn,
What do I owe the honor?
la batalla final.
Crack the crystal?
Así que tienes que destruir el cristal, matar a un dios y salvar el mundo. Esa es la idea.
Oh, very good one.
Pues no me parece la mejor, ¿qué quieres que te diga?
But then,
Pero si te soy sincero, tampoco es que haya matado a muchos dioses en mi vida. Sin embargo, si quieres que te forje el equipo ideal para la tarea, y creo que sí te puedo ayudar. Después de habernos dado un hogar y habernos devuelto la esperanza, es lo mínimo que puedo hacer. Y todo lo que puedo pedir. Ya me das las gracias cuando vuelvas. No, nos baja. Y aquí el problema... Bueno, te pide 2 de oricalco, otra de acero oscuro. Esta sí que nos iría bien. Que tiene el nombre más... Mira, ahí tenemos. Este quería fabricar el cinturón. Y esto ya lo tenemos. Vástagos de Ouroboros. Ya la tenemos. $3.30 y nos sube, pero me quedo con la que tengo. La verdad. Vale, vamos a ver al viejo.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
And my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
La próxima vez no, vamos a ir ahora.
I was wondering when next you visit.
La batalla final.
Ah, yes.
¿Habéis encontrado la solución? Dion nos llevará.
Indeed.
Una hazaña digna del último capítulo de esta historia. Merece la pena haber vivido todos estos años para poder presenciarlo. Enfrentarse al destino no es tarea fácil, Clive. Tus pasos han de ser firmes o su corriente acabará arrastrándote. ¿Estás seguro de que puedas resistir su embate? Sí. Pues parte y haz lo que debas. Esa, las caras de la verdad. Eso es otra misión. Ah, poquita cosa.
What subject shall we consider today? Good morrow to you, my friend. Having never visited, I cannot tell you exactly where in Garnick my friend's lodgings lie, but he did mention they were some distance from the road. I make no guarantee that you will find what you seek there, only that it is the best and perhaps the only place left to look.
Vale.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Ve a Garnick. Mira, en Vidar Grace debería haber otro. Bueno, allí veamos. Para allá vamos. Aunque creo que el de aquí ya lo hicimos. Bueno, no sé. Por aquí no se podía entrar. Y en Isla hay uno. Ese sí que no lo hicimos. Bueno, vamos a ver. Espera, porque no me quiero enfrentar.
You deserve a rest. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Aquí ya estuvimos. Vía de Mecum, de plantas venenosas. Bestiario de fábulas y leyendas. Desde la distancia, capítulo 16. Auge y caída de los portadores. Oh, mira, es este. Ok. Nuevos miembros del cuerpo de espías. Vale. Surprise. ¿No? No iba a ser tan fácil.
We've been watching you from a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book.
Claro.
Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Bueno, no te emociones mucho, ¿eh? No te emociones mucho.
Let's see, shall we?
Este es el único que merece la pena. Vamos. Enemigos derrotados. Vale. ¿Qué? ¿Qué hacemos?
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it.
Se escapó.
Let's give this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Vale. Estaría bien pasar todo este camino hasta Isla. Porque allí sí que sé seguro que hay el duende. Una escoria. Que nos falta. Aquí había una, pero creo que la tengo hecha. Así que... ¿En Cenicia? En el tablón pone algo de Isla. No, no hay nada en Isla. Y aquí no se puede pasar, ¿eh? Esto servirá para otra cosa. Yo juraría que en Isla ponía que había algo. ¿En serio no me vas a dejar? Voy a perder el tiempo con esto. Sé que el tablón marcaba algo. En Isla.
Come on.
Que por cierto, podía ir con viaje rápido. A ver, aquí ya pasamos. El único lado donde no he mirado bien, creo. Pero claro, esto ya es el desfiladero. No. No. El tablón pone que en Isla hay una escoria. Y no está tachada. Vale, por aquí habrá un momento que saldremos. De paso me curo, ¿no? No, tajo de Half. Si no nos piramos, ¿eh? O sea... No hay problema, si no nos vamos rápido. Si no veo nada... Que no veo nada. Es que es raro que esté en el mismo isla. Porque aquí ya me va a poner otra cosa. Minas de las madres, ¿ves? Nada. Nada. Vámonos. Vamos a donde tenemos que ir. Es raro. Vivian. Sí, porque... Por la escalera. ¿Ves? Mira. Govermoch. Isla, Balut. Varias veces en la aldea abandonada de Isla. Se cree que pretenden saquear las provisiones que dejaron atrás. Van a volver. Ha sido avistado varias veces en la aldea abandonada de Isla. Pues ahora vuelvo. Ahora vuelvo. Ahora volvemos.
I found it. The book you lost.
Vale, ahí va el libro.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
Eso es verdad.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Vale. Vale, misión cumplida. Una más. Una menos. Ah, en el camarote de Clive. Vale, genial. No me digas que hay nuevas... no me digas. Vamos a aprovechar para... y una bestia nueva. Una escoria nueva. No me digas. No paramos. Un fire, Sí. Esta. La Dama de los Vientos. En Garnick. Balut. O sea que ya hemos ido allí. Vale. Vamos a intentar... En Garnick. Garnick está aquí, ¿no? Ah, no. ¿Dónde estaba Garnick? Bueno, vamos a Isla. Garnick está por ahí. Las escaleras. A ver. Estas, supongo. Vale. Estas de aquí, a ver. Más arriba. Ah, no, está aquí. Vale, genial. Ok, brother. No te dejo descansar, vamos. Bueno, tú. Vamos. Volastes. Pues sí. Sí, lo que pasa es que yo no me topé con él. Yo no me llegué a... Hala. No me llegué a topar con él. Rollo de música. Vaya, pues solo queda uno. Y la cosa está en que no lo puedo... No lo puedo comprar y no entiendo el por qué. No tengo capacidad, me pone. Vale, pues una escoria menos. Se debe de poder... subir allí. ¿Cómo carajo se sube allí? Se tiene que poder subir allí. Pues no sé. Vale. Bueno. La otra hemos dicho... La otra escoria... es por aquí.
Come on. Time to fight. Back to the stables, go.
Garnick. Ahí está. Clase A. Bueno.
Harlan's madness lives on.
Esta iría bien con Garuda, seguramente. Ahora que te pillo ahí. Ven aquí, hombre, no te vayas. ¿Tú? Y nos quitamos otra escoria de encima. Vamos. Vale. Una escoria menos. Una escoria menos.
Rest in peace.
Genial. Vamos a la guarida. Genial. Otra escoria. Pues no creo que queden muchas. Creo queda una que no sé dónde está ahora mismo. Pero bueno. Vamos al camarote. Primero compremos.
Still alive, are ya?
No entiendo por qué. Silver, ¿tú sabes por qué no puedo comprar el rollo de música este?
Cannot find a better price than that. Let's not be greedy.
No puedo llevar más. ¿Por qué?
I reckon I can find a buyer. Is that all?
Hostia.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Sí, 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 a ver. Vale, vale, vale. Vale, sí, no me hagas caso. No me había fijado. Como me salía el precio en blanco, pensaba que tienes razón, tío. Se me ha ido la olla. Totalmente, totalmente. Totalmente.
I'm not much bothered either way.
Totalmente. Me despistaba el hecho de que... Me despistaba el hecho de que quedaba ahí... Queda una. Que me ponía en blanco 40.000. Queda una por descubrir. Nada, nada. Despiste mío. Mea culpa. Momento XD, total. Total, tal cual. Vale. Sobre el príncipe Dion. Buah. Otra. Nos ha salido otra por aquí.
Me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Un maestro o un amigo.
Lawsman Hippocrates.
A
I
ver,
received your note.
¿de qué trata esto?
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed
Es que Artema le ha hecho tela, Dion,
I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found, where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive.
Vale. Buscar una hierba. 3. Serán 3. Vale. En isla. Vale. Espera, que quiero mirar una cosa en el tablón. Arpoga 3 es el puto amo. Lo sabe todo. Lo sabe todo. El puto amo. Vale, según esto queda una. Un dragón. En algunos caminos forestales del Imperio. Vale, aquí tenemos 80.000 misiones. Vale, que las vamos haciendo. Tú tranquilo. Y aquí tenemos...
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Bueno. Habilidades. $3.140. Vale, iremos a por esa. Iremos a por esa. Y bosques del Imperio. Esa no sé dónde puede estar. Vamos aquí. A isla otra vez. A isla otra vez. Y tenemos aquí, vale. Vamos. Está guapo el puente. Buah, aquí sí que había tela de enemigos. Vamos, vamos.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. This won't be easy.
No, no quería luchar contigo. El hielo sí que le dan por culo al dragón, que flipas. No quería luchar, pero bueno. Vale. Cojamos la hierba.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Genial. Cuando dice... el de isla ya lo tenemos también. El de Garnick también. En el bastión... Déjame pasar... Vamos aquí un segundo. Porque en el bastión puede estar... Amigo, este trozo no está hecho. Correcto. Este trozo no está hecho.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Todo recto. Por aquí. Por aquí no había pasado, loco. Mala bruma. Por aquí no había pasado. Y esto puede llevarnos... ¿Nos puede llevar a la escoria, quizá? Bueno, tiene pinta de arena de combate, ¿eh? Sí. O sea, que estabas aquí. Buah, clase S. Ah, claro, si era el que es... Claro, clase S. Nivel 50. Vamos bien. Vamos bien. Vamos estupendo. Creo que es la primera vez que vamos bajos de nivel. Lo intentamos, ¿no? ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no? Lo probamos. Creo que es la primera vez que vamos por debajo del nivel. Me pateó bien.